What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. All right, this right here will be Dow US 30 market breakdown for April 7th, Monday. Now, I want to break this down for a few reasons. For starters, I caught 505 pips, which was the second largest pip count to date that I have. It wasn't the actual highest profit amount, mainly because I lowered my lot size. We're going to talk about that in a quick second as well and why it was needed. But nonetheless, though, again, as always, for starters, if you're new to my channel, what's up? Right, I give a breakdown of this, showcasing the same exact trades, my strategy every single time. And the reason why I go that route is because I want traders to understand that it's not a strategy problem that you have to deal with. It actually is a trader problem. And majority of the times, the issue that a trader deals with is that they're jumping from strategy to strategy. They're not consistent with following their trading plan. They think that their trading plan is supposed to be, or their strategy is supposed to be 100%. And like if they were to lose a trade, they start panicking, freaking out, and then they just X everything out. And that's not the issue, right? So nonetheless, though, again, everything I post and break down for you guys, I also do on my Discord, in which we do a lot of trading sessions on a daily basis. We do market breakdown, signals on a daily basis, and so forth. Now, I'm going to put it right here as well. Go to my Discord. You guys can see literally over there. Actually, I don't even know. I forgot what part of the screen am I sharing. I forgot if I'm sharing the tab or I'm sharing the actual screen. But nonetheless, though, I am sharing the screen, I hope I am. My Discord right here. If you guys can see it, hopefully you can. If not, I'll probably just link a link somewhere in the description. But anywho, breaking it down exactly like why we took the trade and so forth. So going to it now. I do want to say this, right? We're going to actually go. We're going to replay. We're going to go right before market open. I do want to say this. I 100% thought that this was going to be a buy, and I get it, right? We're obviously at a resistance. We've been holding it from 6:30 all the way to 9 o'clock as well. The reason why I thought it was going to be a buy is because if we jump to the hour, to the daily time frame, yeah, it's going to show it. Damn it. If we go to, it's going to show it though, but more or less, I have this high time frame support that was actually holding. If we scroll back all the way to December 13th, right? So literally right there. And I saw if that break, more likely price come to here, but I don't think we're getting back there. All right. So nonetheless, though, if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to do 15 in 1 minute just so you guys to see what I saw in real time. Looking at this again, like this right here was before market open. We have a huge push down. Now, based off this, what I was saying to myself is like more likely we're either going to push past and continue going. I'm sorry, we're going to hold here and keep going up, or the double bottom, the double top is actually going to come into full motion, and more likely we'll come in first, retest is low, and if that breaks, we're going to retest the next one. So again, as I said, I put in my Discord as well. I was 100% sold on a buy, but here's the thing though: when it comes down to it, what you want to focus on is if then trades, right? So if this breaks a hold, it's a buy. If this breaks a hold, it's a sell. So that makes it easier for you to trade because you're not set and you're not married to one direction, right? You're open minded to what you can see. Now, what you want to focus on is like, all right, I think it's a sell. Here's why I think it's a sell, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a buy. Here's why I think it's a buy, blah, blah, blah. However, if it's no longer a buy, that's mean because of this. If it's no longer a sell, that's mean it means because of this. So I'm going to drop down to 1 minute time frame right before market open had came up. So looking at this over here, obviously about to get market open, but looking at this, I'm looking at this area, as you guys can see, like we're pretty much been struggling from around like that 604 range, my time EST. So what I wanted to see was like once price broke that to me was confirming that we're gonna have a break continuation to the downside. And now looking at this over here, I got in the trade at 928, and the reason why was because of this. So as you guys can see, we literally came up at 925. We came and retested that. You guys can see it right there. Let me take this off real quick. All right, you guys can see it right there. We retested that at 925. 926. That's not showing a buy or sell. We're just literally holding on that support. 928, I'm sorry, not 927 had came up. Literally, price that came up rejected from this area. And if you guys can literally see that as well. So to me, that's looking as if we do have a break and retest from that. So we rejected from this area. So now I'm waiting for confirmation. So we break past this, and I love those entries. And then from there, I'm taking it down. So literally, as soon as 920 opened up, we came up a little bit and we started pushing. I just click the sell literally right over here. Once it came up, we started breaking down. That's my entry point because we broke from that low. Again, so that was my entry, and I'll just play this whole thing out for you guys. So I saw 929 came up. You have 930, market open. We came up, retest that again. You guys can clearly see, like we are literally retesting that area. And then once we broke this, it's pretty much set in stone. And again, I kept it going. I'm gonna put this back on. I kept it going. Once we broke out of that range, kept it going all the way to we got to the higher time frame over here. Now, once price got to it, literally like right before it hit my take profit, price was starting to run up. So literally from that happened, I saw this reversal, and we're literally on the minute time frame, but we're on a higher time frame support. So if you guys don't know, when it comes to reversals, it's literally going to be higher time frame support or higher time frame resistance, and that's where the actual reversal patterns come into play. This right here was no different. So I mean, you guys can clearly see it. I don't have to break this down for you guys, but if you are new to this, I'll break it down anyway. I got time. So looking at this, we have a huge ass engulfing pushing to literally the overall day. I mean, overall low of the day. On top of that's a higher time frame support. We literally have another candle right here to hammer on it as well, showing we have like a minor harami come into play. And then this is not a continuation for the downside. So normally if price comes up and we start to break below with the close of that, that's showing us that we're going to continue going down, and we did not do that. So once I saw that come into play, I'm like, I saw this pattern plenty of times. I'm going to close the trade. So I literally closed the trade, 505 pips, and it was insane. Like literally, it was a wild day. For real, it was a wild. But nonetheless, as I said, so this was my second largest pip count for the day. However, it wasn't my largest profit count for the day. And the reason why it wasn't is because before I even got into this trade, right? So what I'm looking for is how exactly is the market moving? So even if we have based off this, right, from 9 o'clock alone, if we go from that candle, that alone is 101 pips. So based off that, and it's so volatile, what I'm not doing, I'm not using my normal lot size in huge volatile markets. Why? Because again, huge volatile markets means that it's going to be more movement than usual. So if my normal my normal stop loss is let's say like 50 pips, right? I like to keep that around there anyway. I mean, I aim for less than that, but the most I'm looking for like 50, 60 pips, if that. Right. So if that is my actual stop loss, and now from here, this candle alone, right? Because if I would have took this sell right here, the best stop loss for this trade is going to be above here. I'm not risking 204 pips if I'm taking that. So because of that, you have to lower your lot size, and then from there you have to make it make sense. So if it does start going against you, it won't be drastic because it'll more likely be okay. This is more likely be equivalent to if I was actually down, like 50, 60 pips on my actual normal lot size. But again, so that was the reason for it. I feel like a lot of traders don't do that. I feel like a lot of traders, they'll use the same lot size no matter what they're doing. That's not the best way for you to go about doing so. But yeah, so after that, literally was in the Discord. We have a controlling candle at 946 that came into play, showing us that market is going to continue going up. I'll just do a quick breakdown for you guys as well. So even with this, right? So, and then we have literally at 956. 956 confirmed is that we're going to continue going up. And all we had was price came up. This is a break and retest. We even landed on a 928, which actually helped to push price down. So this right here is showing you, and that's what I have it. I took it from this high and that low. This is actually showing you that if we are a break and retest, you're not going to close this trade until we get a break of structure, which will be here. And I didn't take this trade physically. I was just helping someone in the Discord because a few people had took that, and I was helping to monitor on when it comes to the actual structure. But again, even with that, like you're not going to close it because literally structure is not broken. So when you focus on structure rather than focus on money or anything else, you become better traders and you also build better habits. When you focus on money, you're not going to be in this game for a long run. But yeah, that was a quick breakdown for you guys because this was insane. It was a very insane day. It's going to be like that for this entire week as well. But yeah, if you guys want more breakdowns like this, join my Discord, link in the description below. And until next video, guys, peace out.